Welcome to a brand new series, the Microsoft Flight Simulator Alphabet. Every week we're taking one letter from the alphabet and mastering a primary aviation term to help you become a better virtual pilot. Today we start at the beginning. A is for ailerons. If you've ever turned a plane in the sky, you've used them, but do you know how they actually work? Let's dive in. The word aileron is French for little wing. These are the movable hinge surfaces located on the outer trailing edge of each wing. Their primary job, to control the roll. When you move your joystick or yoke to the left aileron goes up and the right one goes down. This creates a difference in lift. The wing with the down aileron gets more lift and rises, while the wing with the up aileron loses lift and drops. This imbalance is what causes your plane to bank. Let's see this in action. I'm currently cruising at 2500 feet. Watch the wingtips as I bank. Notice that they move in opposite directions. This is called differential displacement. In Microsoft Flight Simulator, the physics engine calculates this air pressure in real time. If I hold a bank angle, the plane will continue to turn in that direction. To level out, I have to apply the opposite aileron until the wings are horizontal again. Remember, ailerons control the rate of roll. The further you deflect the stick, the faster the plane will bank. There's one additional thing which we didn't discuss, that the wing with the aileron pointing down creates more lift to push the wing up, but it also creates more induced drag. This drag acts like a tiny parachute pulling on the outside of the wing, dragging the nose in the opposite direction of your turn. That's what we call adverse yaw. So if you want to make a perfect turn, you need to look at the turn coordinator or the slip/skid indicator if you're using the G1000 PFD. That's currently being shown on the top. If you look at the triangle, below the triangle is, I would say, a small bar, also known as the brake, and ideally it should stay in the center, right? Because that means that you're making a smoother turn and that keeps your passengers happy and prevents the plane from slipping through the air. Now if you switch off the rudder assistance, then something else will happen. This option can be found in the assistance options or in the piloting assistance options, and you saw the auto rudder, I switched it off. So let's have a look what happens now. So if you look now at the skid indicator, you can see that that brake under that triangle is not centered anymore, unless I apply, of course, some rudder. Now applying rudder is kind of tricky, especially if you're using an Xbox controller to control the aircraft. I do recommend you to have those real rudder pedals, because then it becomes much easier to keep that brake centered under the triangle. So that's the tip. If you don't have the rudder, then leave the auto rudder on. If you do have those pedals, then you can, say, try to switch it off and then to try to make the correction yourself using the rudder pedals which you have. So here ends this first video in the Microsoft Flight Simulator A to Z series, where we looked at the aileron specifically and also what the effect is if you switch off that rudder say help or rudder automation, which is part of the pilot assistance. I hope you liked it. If you liked it, then consider to use the like button, and if you want to stay up to date about new videos I'm posting, then of course make sure that you're subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching and hope to see you back next week.